What's up? What it do? I'm on the computer. I'm using the phone to upload something, so it might look a little different. But since I've been going live, come on, bro. I know what I'm gonna have to do. I'm doing two things at once, crew. But I wanted to talk about the El Chapo, his son. So yeah, I know one of his sons got arrested last year. One of his sons got arrested this year in a big old scandal with El Mayo, uh, Ismael Zambada, one of the co-founders of the Sinaloa cartel, one of the biggest drug distribution networks technically in the world right now. But I don't know how many of y'all watch some of my lives. I don't do a whole bunch of videos on it. What's up? What's up? But everybody just tapped in. But a couple weeks ago, I don't remember if it was a live or where it was at because I've been doing them on the spur of the moment lately. But I did a joint I did a joint. My bad, y'all. I did a joint on El Chapo Sons, and then y'all know they got El Chapo. For those who don't know who El Chapo is, El Chapo one of the biggest drug lords that ever existed, still living. He's in ADX right now, basically kind of like on like a no human contact type of status. According to Fly, he in a unit by himself, but he got two sons. One of them named after him. One is named Osvaldo, I believe, and one of them is Joaquin. Osvaldo, whatever the other one name was, he got arrested last year. Joaquin got arrested this year in some skeptical or questionable stuff with El Mayo, which is Zambada, one of the co-founders of the Sinaloa cartel. According to some reports, he tricked him and kidnapped him and flew him to Texas. But there's a different whole bunch of different stories. But nevertheless, the part I'm trying to get to is that I told y'all that one of El Chapo's sons had got moved to witness protection, unexplained. The second son just got moved out of the regular custody of the feds to another secret location, and now the lawyer finally came out as a New York-based lawyer. He represents both sons. Now he done came out and said they're close to making a deal with the government. I'm trying to say that if you paid attention to what I was first talking about with these sons from El Chapo, they about to make a major deal with the United States government. They is tearing the Chapo son set that up. I think he did. Walaikum salam. What's up, bro? I think he did. It's 17 people. I should have 17 likes, man. There's only a few of us in here. Come on, hit the like button real quick. But I'm gonna read to you what it said verbatim because it was interesting to me while I was trying to upload a video, which I'm still trying to upload. But I wanted to go live on it because I just saw it and it was fresh. So we're gonna see what's up with that. Hey Dream, what it do? Let me see some. I know the LA Times covered it like an hour ago. So, for real, it's fairly new news. You dig what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be surprised if El Chapo was talking. Remember, they does all that. Now that they hit Chicago news as well. So El Chapo sons confirmed. Worst kept secret. There's a plea deal in the works, right? So the jail sons of the world's renowned nastiest drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman are in talks with the United States justice system that has had their family cartel in the crosshairs for decades. This long suspected possible deal was confirmed Monday, like a few hours ago, Monday, by Guzman's family attorney, Jeffrey Littman of New York, and ends several months of speculation. Hold on one second. I gotta stop this thing from uploading. Give me 1 second, bro. 1 second. Yeah, my bad. I got Jones uploading at more than one location. I gotta be honest, I didn't see El Mayo getting jammed up. I was shocked, although at 45 years old, I've seen it all almost. I was surprised. Remember, it wasn't even no pictures of him taken in the last 20 years. But anyway, I agree with you. What's his name? Bill Bubba Head. Yeah, so Jeffrey Littman in New York and ends let me just start that part over. The long suspected possible deal was confirmed Monday by the Guzman family attorney, Jeffrey Littman of New York, and ends several months of speculation about two of the kin known as Los Chapitos. The confirmation of a deal in the works was made during a status hearing in Chicago District Court, like I said, on Monday. Video, that's how they saying it right here. Guzman, the other son, appeared in Chicago federal court and acknowledged that attorney Lippman could represent him and his brother Joaquin. And he also waived any conflict that might arise from Lippman having defended their father, the Sinaloa cartel founder and long-time leader El Chapo. The elder Guzman remains in solitary confinement in Colorado's Supermax prison, where he is serving a life sentence. That's ADX out Colorado, where they got everybody from the Unabomber to where they had everybody from the Unabomber to Wayne Perry to King Blood, Anthony Jones from Baltimore, you name it, and they got a big time case there in ADX. Two totally different cases, according to the lawyer. We although I represent both brothers, it doesn't change the fact that they individually have their own cases. So this isn't a package deal in terms of doing one or one doing the other. I'd like them to do the, same thing, have the same results. That's what a good lawyer should say. But the government views them differently, let me say. All of this unfolded after Joaquin was arrested during the mysterious capture of Sinaloa co-founder and elder statesman Ismael Elmayo Zambada in July. Elmayo has been sent to New York for criminal trial proceedings there, and Joaquin was dispatched to Chicago to face federal charges here, along with his brother, Avidio, who had already been in custody. Now, check this out. Make 2 points on the side. They got El Mayo in the same joint they got Puff in. Now think about that. What type of guys Puff? What type of crimes he got? And what type of guys El Mayo, who they alleging is this big time Sinaloa leader, has been leading this cartel crew for over 20 some years. But also, peep the move. El Mayo and the Joaquin, the little one, the little Joaquin, the junior Joaquin, they got arrested together in some questionable meeting where all of a sudden, man, they jumped El Mayo and threw a cover over his head and handcuffed him. They don't tell you all this, and then flew him to El Paso, then flew Guzman to Chicago, held El Mayo there in Texas for a minute, and then transferred him to New York to the MDC. That don't sound right to me. All along, they acting like there ain't no deals in the making with the federal government. Like I'm telling you, man, these high power rats, these international drug lord rats, you can't imagine the type of deals they had. They be probably having the government phone numbers on speed dial. Keep in mind, if you watch any type of narcos or any type of Mexican cartel movies, bruh, the federal government, the drug organizations, and the drug administrations over there work hand in hand with them people. They issue out the traps. If you read and study Mexican drug cartel history, they got in the drug game just smuggling and then took over the drug game based on all those plazas that the government, that the federales was giving them. There's a book called Drug Lord written about a dude by the name Pablo Acosta. Check it out if you know what I'm talking about. You only had to read it no more. You can listen to it on Audible. But back to this Monday hearing for this dude these chapitos. Monday's confirmation of a possible plea deal in court and outside of the courtroom is the first time negotiations with authorities have been confirmed. I suspected this months ago. Start listening to me, man. You could bet on this, man. They show you signs of ratting. Littman instead insisted Littman, their lawyer, insists there are no discussions about the brothers cooperating with prosecutors, but was asked if cooperating is a possibility. Now, before I go on about that, it's the same lawyer, good lawyer too. It said that there was no deals in to make the plea guilty. Now, all of a sudden, as soon as they got in their deals to plead guilty, for them to plead guilty to anything, it's going to be international confession of them shipping tons and tons of methamphetamines, cocaine, and fentanyl into the United States. Any deal that concerns anything like that is going to involve multiple scores of people. And there's a possibility that I could wake up tomorrow morning and be 6'11" and be playing center for the Knicks, you know? That's a possibility too. It doesn't mean that that's going to happen, he said. Real slick side talking out the mouth type lawyer. Good lawyer. I probably would hire him. Former federal prosecutors and ABC7 legal analyst Gil Soffer said there's a wide range of cooperation that can range from the agreeing to discussing a plea deal to testifying against cartel associates. And don't forget, El Mayo is in New York right now. They're trying to do to him in the same New York courtroom what they did to El Chapo a hot second ago. Give him life without parole, send him to ADX for the rest of his life, and hope that he tell on the rest of the operation because they've been tearing up the Sinaloa cartel. They've been tearing up all them cartels. They got them cartels, so they got them cartels running in such a rampant way over there that they killing each other. But mark my words, they got them twins from out of Chicago. I forgot their last name. Them two popular twins took down Chapo single handedly. They were the star witnesses in El Chapo case. I'm gonna say this right here, right now, just for the sake of people that's interested in true crime, drug law cases, and stuff like that. My fault, y'all. I ain't even reading the message. I'm gonna read as soon as I finish this. These sons of El Chapo will be witnesses against El Mayo in federal court in New York. That 70-some-year-old man is about to go to court to fight for his life. I'm not trying to making no type of plea or no sympathy type thing, but they are going to be the same way that they had them twins take down Chapo, them twins from Chicago. I think they're going to use these sons of El Chapo to take down El Mayo. But back to what the lawyer said. This is a legal analyst giving a breakdown of what cooperation could be on the table for the Los Chapitos, Chapo sons. So there's no question that true cooperation will result in a more lenient approach by the government to the defense, which basically means to get them a lighter sentence. But at the very least, when you're negotiating a plea deal, the defendant has to make admission of guilt in order to accept the deal. A plea deal, if it goes to an agreement, means that the defendant will be acknowledging guilt, will be standing in a court someday, entering a plea of guilty, acknowledging the facts of the case, acknowledging his guilt under the charges that are brought. Ovidio Guzman was arrested in Mexico and brought to Chicago a year ago. His brother was arrested in July. I already told you that. I was just reading this. El Mayo is being held for trial in New York. The prosecutors there would undoubtedly rejoice in having both of El Chapo's sons to testify against him. Let me read these comments real quick because I ain't gonna hold y'all too long because this was a side story. I'm having a problem uploading this video that I needed to upload. But I wanted to know what y'all think. All right, what's up? I gotta be honest. Oh, we read that. Okay, they trying to get El Mayo back for his son hitting the stand on Chapo. Oh, did I miss that? I need to go back and check that. So El Mayo's son testified against Chapo in the New York case. I gotta go back and look at my notes. I followed that whole case, but I really wasn't into doing it on YouTube then. That's a movie in itself. If it's El Mayo sons testified on Chapo, you can almost bet the Chapo sons gonna come back and testify on El Mayo. I bet you $100. They took over once the U.S. government put the squeeze on the Colombians and shut down the Florida route, so they had to go through the tacos. I mean, Lamar, what's up? You always say something slick. Yeah, the Flores twins. All right, I wasn't reading the comments. Them twins locked up because man, 50 Cent. Man, them rats clicked up. Yeah, they said they was gonna make some type of film, right? Appreciate all the work you doing, Leon, man. Appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. I might come back, but I gotta get this other video up, and I can't do it doing this. I just wanted to get this out so we can have another discussion later on, and it could give me a reason to follow the El Mayo case. And I bet you, El Chapo's sons, one of them already went to witness protection. Now the other one mysteriously got moved from one federal prison. Oh, he got moved from the whatever the lockup is in Chicago, they done moved them somewhere. When they get to moving them jokers in and out of here, taking them there, secretly taking them there, feeding them good food, giving them favors, letting them have visits, they already are cooperating, us courting them. It's almost like a dude that's a trick or a John. He sees a sex worker. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Can we go out? Can we hang out? We already know that that's solicitation, but it's solicitation in a separate type of way. Just like back in the day, if you grew up in the ghetto or you grew up in the urban area, they used to tell you, man, don't walk down the street with an open container. You can't walk down the street with a beer or a bottle of liquor. So what did they do? They told you, put it in the paper bag. It's the same thing. That's what they doing with them. They courting them, put it in a paper bag, and at the end of the day, they're gonna come out and they're gonna be like the George Foreman of witnesses. They're gonna be El Chapo's sons, and they're gonna return. If this information that my man Lamar just told me is correct, he ain't told me nothing wrong. They gonna return the favor. Free the real, man. Watch out for the rats.